Okay, good morning. It is day 37 of my 75 hard program. I just finished my morning kind of run and workout. Figured might as well just try and get this vlog, whatever done right away. I don't even know. This week has been challenging. We have had to backfill our own pool. So there's like a ton of dirt that needs to be moved. I'm all over the place. My ADD is in full swing this morning. I got sunburnt. That's fun. I also had my convention this weekend, and of course it had to be virtual. So I had to do virtual convention online, which is not as motivating. It really isn't, as far as being in the same room with people that have energy and being all hyphy. So I've played, the Real AF podcast every day, trying to help motivate also while I do my stuff. I've probably shoveled, I don't even know, so much dirt and wheelbarrowing and all that stuff. Dana Lynn Bailey is doing a new challenge. So it is her round 2 of the Shredded Summer Challenge. So if you haven't checked that out, I really urge you to go check that out. It's danalynnbailey.com. There's my shameless plug. She writes all your workouts for you. So if you're getting started and you really don't know what to do and you don't know how to rotate muscle groups so you don't hurt yourself in the gym, she writes it all out every week. She gives you 3 different options as far as gym workouts, limited equipment workouts, and at-home workouts. So there's no excuse for you to not have the knowledge. It's available to you. I think the monthly fee is like $7 a month. You waste that one day, I'm sure right now at Subway, or, you can find that. You can find that once a week. You can find that in a month. So there's no excuse. And on top of it, if you win the challenge, she's doing like 3 separate giveaway parts. But part of the prize is that she's partnered with Trifecta Foods. So join the challenge. The support group online, the Facebook group, the DLB Facebook group is amazing. And it ranges from people who are just starting out that are super overweight, obese, not where they want to be, to you've literally got IFBB pro people in it, and everyone in between. There's CrossFitters, there's bodybuilders, there's powerlifters. So like whatever your goal is, there's someone there that can support you in that. And I found that super helpful. And like I said, the 75 Hard program is not just about working out, but it is aligning with so many other of my goals that I've wanted to achieve. So for me, Dana Lynn Bailey and this guy, Andy Frisella, like they are exactly the 2 people that I needed right now. I want to do Steffi Cohen stuff, but right now I've got investments in different things, so I kind of have to hold off on that. Plus, with my ADD, I do not need to be adding a 3rd program into what I'm doing, because sometimes when we're just starting, like I find we get super hyper motivated. Yeah, we're going to do all this. And we almost put too much on our plates, so we don't accomplish anything because we get so overwhelmed with everything. I finished The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. That was the book I was reading last week. If you haven't read that book, I urge you to go and buy it. Go and borrow it from a library. Go and download it on YouTube, whatever. There are so many avenues where you could listen to this book and get this book and read this book, and it's good. It's worth the read. The general gist is obviously the compound effect, which I have heard other leaders, entrepreneurs, bodybuilders, everybody use a lot of the same principle. So obviously it's worth the read. I went through it pretty quick. I feel like this was my 2nd time kind of reading it. I think the first time I was too ADD and my focus was all over, and I really didn't take the lessons to heart that were taught there. Once you buy the book, on his website, he does have like free resources for you to follow out. So Darren Hardy, everyone knows he runs Success Magazine. He's an editor there, I think, and kind of, anyway, go to success.com, or you can go to darrenhardy.com and you can find it. or you can get it on Amazon, or like I said, yard sales. Everyone's doing yard sales and people get rid of books, guys. So it's a really easy way to pick up some semi-decent books for a really cheap price. Anyway, what I'm going to start today is going to be Stories That Stick by Kendra Hall. This woman, she's super great, super hilarious. She spoke at the convention I went to last year, and I loved her energy. I signed up for her daily emails and stuff like that. She also works with Success Magazine, and so I'm finally gonna get the book that I bought last year that in the process of moving stuff around, I packed it and honestly just totally forgot where I put it. So when I was cleaning, I found it. So I'm gonna read that. And I think that makes like book number 5 or 6. I don't know. I have to go back and look. So that's kind of my update on that. Emotion-wise, I'm okay. Like, I feel like I'm getting more adjusted to kind of my routine. It is becoming more habit. Like, I don't even question if I need to like get up and do it. I just gotta get up and do it. And so once things start to become habit, it stops draining you. So like, not that I'm saying these workouts were draining me, some do, but the fighting with myself to get up and do it, or finding the time, or learning to make myself a priority was really hard in the beginning. And now it's kind of like, no, this is improving. I can start to see the improvements. I'm feeling the improvements, not just physically, but really mentally. Like, if I could get that through to anybody, if you have a problem with discipline, or you have a problem like making your health and yourself a priority, do this program. That's all I'm saying. The physical part's easy. Anyone can pop in either a workout DVD or go for a 45-minute walk or run or hike, you know, do something. So now we can talk about, so last week I had pretty heavy drop, I feel like, in inches and weight, or inches. I only lost a pound last week, and that was not really deflating for me, but I could see where it can be for some. But this week I had a 4-pound drop in weight. So that was huge, because I really felt like with the pool being here and the stress, like I didn't feel like I pushed myself maybe as hard as I needed to. And with the emotional shit the week before, I didn't feel like maybe I pushed myself as hard as I needed to see results. So when I jumped on the scale, I really was expecting actually like a gain, just because I did, even though I was sweating all day and working, like I didn't feel like I really truly pushed myself. So when I seen the 4-pound drop, I was thrilled. It was unexpected, so that was happy. The inches dropped, like I'm still dropping inches. I dropped an inch off my chest, inch off my waist, inch off my hips, and an inch off a thigh. Is it 1 inch everywhere? No, but those are the 3. Like I said, belly weight is the biggest thing for me because it ties into cardio health. So to see some progression there is really great for me. That's the physical part, which I know a lot of people, that's why they tune into these things, is to see the physical transformation, and that's great. So there's my physical stats. We can stop the video now if you want to. Otherwise, the rest is so much more important to me. Getting my mindset right, that is a huge thing. I don't care what you're trying to accomplish, new business, better just mentality overall, pulling yourself out of depression. So many people, I'm not even going to say women anymore, because used to it was like women and all this. You know what? I'm tired of that stigma. It is everybody, especially in a COVID world and reality, whether you believe in it or not, or you're a conspiracy theorist or not. The depression and the isolation and the changing of our lives dramatically on such a grand scale, and a grand, you know, it's not just one group or another that's been affected. It is globally, this pandemic. But fuck the virus, like whatever the virus is, what I'm talking about now is the mental and social like effects that this has had on us as a whole. And that ranges from young kids that were starting school. Like I had a kindergartner that was starting kindergarten when COVID hit. She only got half a year of school. She went to first grade, home school, and then on top of that, like we sent them back to school because of the social. And you know, I was fortunate, my kids didn't get sick. We obviously take precautions, but social things for kids and the mental things for kids, like that's important to have that social connection at that age, especially. You know, this was devastating for her. She was only going to school a couple days a week and for half days, and she misses her friends, and she doesn't know if her friends are going to like her if her mask is off or not, you know. So for 2 years, everyone has suffered. Everyone has gotten in a funk. Everyone, you know, is learning to adjust in this world that we've created. And what do you do with that? Some people have gotten super depressed. I put on weight. That was how I coped during it. Mindless eating was kind of a big thing for me. So this program pulls you into some self-awareness. When you have self-awareness, you can take an honest look at your life, your situation, your condition, and you can devise a plan, or at least gather the information to make a change. So this first month and 1 week has, you know, I've had some ups and downs with it. I'm going to go ahead and read 75 Hard, his book, again, because in the back of the book, it kind of talks about like the mental stages and the emotional stages, like where people, like he's actually asked other people, what do you feel when you were on day 35? I don't know. If you would have asked me last week, I would have been in tears. Obviously, like I had some emotional news that I got with a family member, and last week sucked. Like emotionally, I was drained. I was tired. I fought every day to get up and put those running shoes on. There were days like literally, and my kids seen how hard I work, you know, but I still got up and did it. And there were some days it's like, does this count as a workout? And then I listened to, it was like, that morning I listened to the podcast by Andy, and he's like, if you have to ask if it counts, it fucking doesn't. So it kind of like, okay, well, there's your answer. If you have to justify your bullshit, then you're not doing the program. So it really, and again, it's not about what everyone else is going to see, because obviously I'm new to this whole video vlog thing, and you have to learn a certain sense of honor and self accountability, and to a degree, like some self-reliance, because I've got a house full of kids that will make, you know, excuses for me, you know, oh, mom, you've worked really hard, it's fine. And it's like, no, it's not fine. Like, I have to be a better person. I have to set the better example for those kids. So when they go through life and they see stuff is hard, you know, this situation is tough, they know that they can overcome it. They just have to put in the work. They just have to get up and try. And so that's my lesson that I've kind of learned this week. That's really all I got to say about it. I got a lot of stuff to do with my different businesses and some arrangement stuff. So key points is fuck the scale, because 1 week it's going to move not at all, and the next week you're going to see a 4-pound drop when you were expecting not. Get out and do something new, different. Challenge yourself, challenge your body. Pour some sweat. You know, nothing happens without a little sweat equity. You know, just do it. And I believe, you know, what Theodore Roosevelt said, you know, comparison is a thief of joy. So stop comparing yourself to me. Like, I don't even know why I would do that, but don't compare yourself to Instagram people, because you're only seeing the highlight reels. Don't compare yourself to people. You don't know what other people are battling on top of that. Yeah, physically they may look great. They may have an eating disorder. Like, I'm not saying that everyone does, but what I'm saying is stop comparing yourself to everybody online, because not everything online is real. Very few people are going to get up, no makeup, right after a run, come in here and do a video. You know, if you want to make positive changes, you have to start feeding yourself some positive stuff. And I'm not talking about 10 quotes on Instagram. Like, get the fuck off Instagram for a minute. Take 2 45-minute sessions out of your day for you and move your ass. That is the only way you're going to see change. And once your physical gets in control, start, you know, changing your mental, start changing the people you surround yourself with. You know, look at the 5 friends you have, or 5 people that you interact with daily. Are they forcing you to grow? Are they challenging you to grow? Or are they keeping you full of excuses, keeping you full of bullshit? Do you feel drained after you're around them? I mean, that's kind of the stuff. There's this quiz and these different things and the compound effect that really helped me kind of reevaluate some relationships that I have. And it's like, okay, like I don't want bad for any of the people in my life at all. I want the best for everybody. But sometimes where I'm at and where I need to be lifted up mentally, like they can't do that for me because right now they're going through some shit, or they're just negative people. They're not, it doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means their mindset, it's not going to help me grow. So as Jasmine Star says on Instagram, bless and release. You know, wish them well, release them from your situation, your life, whatever you got to do to keep you on track for you. We got one life, guys. Do not waste it. Get out every day and do something that makes you happy, that's going to benefit you, educate you, lift you up to the next level. If you don't have a support system, drop a comment. Tell me you need, I'll weekly check in with you. Can't promise daily. I've got 7 kids, 2 businesses, and crazy animals and pets, but I'll be your cheerleader. Surround yourself with cheerleader or people that are going to champion for you when you're not around. Because what I'm finding is I don't have a lot of that sometimes, or I don't feel like I do. But then I was like, some of my friends that I have, like their biggest, adventure is going to be, hey, I got up today, I went to work, it's a good day. And sometimes that's as good as it gets. But for me right now, that's not what I need. I need people that are moving forward, that are educating themselves, that are going to push me. It's like, hey, bitch, let's go run. Okay, I hate running, but I need to get cardio, so that's one of the ways I do it, and some HIIT training. But anyway, I digress. I'm gonna edit this video, hopefully get it out. Hopefully it'll be out by Wednesday morning for you guys. It's Tuesday right now. I don't know, I think that's it. Have a great day, guys. Read a book, take a walk, find a diet you'll stick to. Everyone keeps asking, well, what diet are you doing? The one I'm gonna stick to. Like I don't believe in doing just keto or this or only eating chicken and broccoli, because for me, I'm not gonna fucking do that. I know me. So my diet is more like eliminating a lot of processed foods and bad foods. That's what I'm doing. Hitting my calorie goal, and you guys need to do that. Dana Lynn Bailey's website actually has a great, if you go down to the bottom, there's a thing, how to figure out what you need for your daily nutritional values. I suck at math and I could figure this out. So get out there, do that. It's really, especially if you're lifting a lot of weights, and I'm not talking just 5-pound dumbbells. I'm talking like you're squatting 200, you're lifting 135, you're putting in the work. Then you probably need to reevaluate your nutrition count. You cannot live in a deficit of 1,500 or less for a long period of time. And what I learned through the DLB website is like people like us that are lift, you want to be strong, you're burning through these calories, you can't starve yourself because you just can't. Your body can only eat so much of its own fat, and then it starts eating its own muscle, blah, blah, blah. So educate yourself, don't fall for fad diets, do something that you will stick to. So a lot of this, guys, is just taking a day and figuring it all out, turning off the ringer, the notifications and all that, and doing your research, coming up with a plan, and then, putting some action to that plan. You don't have to plan out a walk. You just walk. Obviously be safe, but it doesn't take a lot of thought process. If you are, way overweight, 300 or 400 pounds, and you haven't done shit, it's not hard for you to get up and walk down your street a couple times. It's gonna get your heart rate up. And that compounded every day over a period of time, you're gonna see results even with that. So it doesn't have to be complicated. There it is. It is what it is. Hopefully you guys are making some positive changes too. Hit the like, love, subscribe, whatever buttons. I'm not really good with all that jazzy exit stuff. But just, be better today than you were yesterday. That's all I ask. Have a good one, guys.